Hello. It's great to be here. Matt, I think you were muted during that point, but I could tell that you had a lot of enthusiasm for
Well,
our
then let's just start over because I'm going to go back and edit that out. It's all good. That's the power of editing. Hi, everyone. Welcome to GEGUtah's May Meetup. Apparently, we have all left our brains at the door because it is May, which is very, very cool. It's so good to have everyone here. This is sadly our last meetup of the academic year, but we'll be back in September with more meetups. Before we get too deep into everything, we're going to toss it over to Emma because she's got this whole game and she's got some cool stuff for us today. I'm very excited. She's kept it hidden from us, though, which I don't know. I understand because Ian's already hinted that he would have cheated. That's okay. Before we get started, though, just a couple things. Just if you are loving the daily resource shares, sadly, those are going to stop not this Friday, but next Friday, the last Friday of May. And then we'll restart in September. It's just over the summer, don't want to barrage you with 300 emails or so, something like that. So we'll share out some great resources for you next week, including some great conferences that are coming up and some links to things that you can get into as well. So with that said, Emma, I'm going to toss it over to you and let's get started.
That sounds great. Thanks, Matt. So welcome to the May Meetup. Like Matt said, this is our last meetup of the academic year, which is both sad and exciting, depending on where you're at. I don't know. In the school year, I know Matt just mentioned that we're all trying to work through stuff. We talked about before we jumped on this call, we're all juggling a lot of things right now. So hopefully with this May meetup, it'll be fun. We can do, we're going to have some trivia. We're going to have a look back. We're going to have us sharing our favorite moments. So you just have a fun, nice, like, hey, check out some of the things that we've done and some of the things that are coming up over the summer. So depending on where you're at, fit in both places. Like I said, here's our plan. So just wanted to tap in on the growth of GEGUtah here in a second. We have a 30-second look back for you. We're going to share our favorite moments. We're going to put our GEGUtah team to the test to see how googly they are. And like Matt said, I've hidden those trivia questions from beforehand because Ian was like, I would have looked at them. And I was like, that's why I didn't put them up for you. So we're going to do a little slideshow switching at that point. And then we'll look forward at our summer events and send you off. So first off, I just wanted to say thank you for the awesome growth. I looked it up, and we had over 100 members of growth between August and May 15th was when I pulled that data. So over 100 members growth. We're excited that you're sharing this with those in your LEAs or wherever you're at and joining because it's fun for us to share this information and to help you along your Google journey. So thanks for that. We're hoping we can grow some more next year as we head into that year. So after we looked at that growth, we're just going to watch a quick 30-second look back or recap of our year.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to
So I just want to do a quick 30-second look back about some of the great moments we had. I tried to pull some of those things you saw, like the October image editing. There was the love ballads with Google. We highlighted Ian's connection with Google Sheets. Just a lot of great things happening with GEGUtah, and I'm excited for the future. With that said, I wanted to give our GEG leadership team a chance to share their favorite moments. I'm going to start out, and then we'll jump to each of us to have a chance to share. So these are some of the moments that I pulled out. The first one was obviously meeting Eric Kurtz. It was so cool to meet him and hear him talk, especially because he was talking about AI with Google, which is something that I am infinitely curious about right now and spend way too much time researching. But it was really cool to meet him and to be there together as a team. I also pulled up the Battle of the Google Love Ballads. I had a chance in February to facilitate that meeting, and it was hilarious. I laughed. I even went home, and my husband is not an educator, but I showed him the video, and he had a good time watching it too, and being able to share and interact with you guys about our favorite things about Google. I put down here too, connecting at USET, which I know a few of us are going to talk about, so I'll just leave it at that. And then it's not a favorite moment yet, but Matt and Kelly and I will be presenting at ISTE. And so I put this here because I remember getting the email in my inbox. I was at the Walmart shopping for strawberries. And I remember pulling the strawberries and seeing the email and being like, we got it, like in the middle of the Walmart, and then being like, oh. Anyways, so it was a favorite moment for me because I know these awesome people who have a lot of skills, and I was excited because this is my first time applying to present, and I was kind of shocked that we got in, and hopefully the rest of the people at Walmart were okay, but it was an exciting moment for me. So that was another one of my favorite moments. So Jana's like laughing at my moment, but
yeah. No, I think it's great. I think it's great, Emma, because what are you presenting on? That's the big thing. What are you guys presenting on? So we can look for it.
We're going to be doing breakout rooms and how to build them. And it's going to be super fun and really exciting. So if you've always wondered that and you're at ISTE, come see us. We're going to talk more about that in upcoming events. But I just feel like, I don't know, when I was thinking about it, I was like, that's such an exciting moment, even though it's not here. It's because of the GEGUtah team. And I hope that, like, for educators out there, that you're feeling empowered by some of the things we offer. And so, plus, it's real. Like, I was buying strawberries at Walmart. Like, that's what I was doing. So, kind of fun. So, those are my favorite moments. Yeah, and I appreciate your comment. You're always great. I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to our next person, which is
me. Yeah, one of my favorite things was challenging how each of us as the leadership have challenged ourselves to find different ways to use Google tools, and taking and making a game out of a scavenger hunt out of Google Keep was fun with me, along with ISTE and USET and all of the fun things that we always do in Showcase. And I love Matt's different hats that he wears when he gets googly. Those are some fun things that that are just some of those great things that we share, and the way we try to challenge ourselves when we're using the Google tools. And that's what I think this year's been really about.
Thanks, Deanna. That was so great. And I love that you have the hats and Google Keep. Google Keep was one of like my favorite tools. And I remember you planning that and being like, I'm so glad she's presenting on that. So don't watch that one. You should go back.
Just for the record, those were the only hats I own. Like, if you watch that video, that's all the hats I own. I had to go borrow one from somebody to make that video work, actually.
But it was great. It was just, they're just fun. Your Get Googlies they're just fun. They're fun videos. They're fun, informative. And I just love watching them. So I think other people should tune into them and watch them too.
I love as we're talking that we're like highlighting things for people watching, like go back and look at this, because these are the moments that like remembered, which I think is really good. So thanks, Deanna and Matt. Kelly, you're up.
I do have to ask Matt why you have a Viking helmet. That's one of the hats you own.
I used to teach Beowulf, and I would wear the hat while teaching Beowulf because I'm a total nerd.
You know, we were just talking about that at our last letters training, because they were talking about
me being a nerd.
They're you. They're talking about Beowulf and old Middle Earth English, and Elvish. Just kidding. So, okay. Well, my memories of the year that I chose to share are a lot of the USET memories, just because that's kind of the time that we're all together in person. And that's always really fun. I included the demo slam from USET, and you can see Ian's picture right here. And he was an awesome host for our demo slam. And I feel like I always learned so many things about Google. And the best part is it's all in like 1 to 2 minutes, but they're all different every time. So I chose that. And then I chose Eric Kurtz when he came. And he did a special Google session for us on AI and Bard. And just like Emma, you've been saying, I'm really interested in AI right now too. And Bard, trying it out and seeing, you know, how it will help me in my classroom and in education. And then the last thing, it's really small, is the Google birthday spinner. It was for Google's 19th birthday. And when I did the demo slam, I did a bunch of Google Easter eggs. And my favorite one was the Google birthday spinner. I didn't know that it existed, but it's fun because it's got all of the games randomly. So if you're ever bored or your students are looking for something to do, then it will give you all kinds of games that kids can play. So those are my favorite memories from this year.
Love it. I love the Easter eggs that Google hides. So I love that you highlighted that for those that may have not seen the demo slam, because they are so fun. And when you find them, it's like, oh, this is cool. But that is one that I did not know about until you told me about it. So it's exciting. All right, Ian, if I can get it. There we go.
All right.
You're
Yeah,
up.
I'm going to continue the trend. Before I do, though, I should know one of my favorite books that I got in college. I have a copy of Beowulf that has the English on one side, and then it has the Middle English on the other side, so that you can like compare. And it's a fascinating study. I like that you brought up letters. Like, it is a fascinating study of just like how our language has changed over the years, pre vowel shift as well, which is really neat. So, all right, I'm going to jump right into my recap of GEGUtah. So I linked in some of the presentations that I did. Kelly already mentioned the demo slam. All those things are linked there. So if you missed it and you want to go back and take a look at our demo slam, you can watch through all the videos and get caught up. And then I also included some of the Google Sheets trainings that I did. Those are some of my favorite trainings to do every year. And just like everyone else has mentioned, you said it's such a great time for us to physically be in the same place and kind of get to hang out with a whole bunch of other people that are focused on the same things that we are. It's very rejuvenating. It's a lot of work, but I always leave GEGUtah excited with new things, whether it's AI or all these other different tools that we get to learn a little bit more about. It really kind of keeps us in the constantly learning space, which I really like as well. So yeah, I would love it if you would go check out some of those things that we got to share at GEGUtah, and hopefully they help you in your classroom.
Awesome. Thanks, Ian. I love too. Ian is like the master of Google Sheets. So if you ever have a question about that, I have learned so much from watching his presentations. Like, oh, you can do that. You can do that. So if you haven't checked out these resources, go look at those definitely. Thanks for sharing those. All right. Last but not least, Matt, your favorite moment, which it looks like some of us have also referenced already.
Yeah, I just really love what my editor, shout out Nicole at UEN, did with this picture. I sent her the raw footage of me in front of a green screen, which sending people footage of you in front of a green screen is always a weird thing because you worry about what they're going to do. She did a great job, and she and I, when we talked about doing a video series for UEN, and for GEGUtah, I was like, it's gotta be fun. Like, we gotta do like stupid stuff to introduce some of these ideas. And she totally bought it. And it's been so much fun to do that, whether it was wearing a Viking helmet, turning myself into a robot, or, basically acting like a goon about springing. It was fantastic. So that was one of my favorite moments this year, was just being able to produce those and get those out to teachers. But really, like, you guys have summed up you've summed up like some of my favorite things about that and getting those opportunities for teachers. But really, it's being able to support teachers across the state, and also, nationally. Like, we've had some people from other states and other countries join GEGUtah, and it's been fantastic to provide that training, provide that support, provide resources for everyone in the community so that we're all feeling supported. And that's really why, at least I do it. I know this team does it. And I think that's the best, the purest and best way to be a part of a larger educator community. And I look forward to keeping it going, like doing this more next year and getting more resources out. And we'll talk more about some of the conferences and stuff coming up, but we got some big things in store for next year. I do have to say really quick, Emma, I love that you brought up our growth. And it's so fascinating for me because I remember the day that we started, that Kelly and I got this charter, and we started working on doing GEGUtah again. And like, we had, us and like one or two people sign up. And then it was usually when one of us on the group leadership would go out and do PD, we get a big bump in people joining, and 10 or 12 people would join from a conference. In the last week, I know that I don't think anyone is doing PD out there right now, but we have had close to 15 people from all over the state joining out of the blue. And it's fantastic to see that it's just people are joining, and we're almost to 400 members at this point, which is just amazing to me. So that's one of my favorite parts,
Awesome.
is just supporting people and seeing it grow. So
I love that. Yeah, as soon as we talked about the theme of doing a look back, I was like, I have to put how much we've grown, because I don't know. I remember seeing the email come through and being like, huh, that sounds interesting. And I looked at it a couple of times trying to decide. And then once I heard like what was happening, I was like, yeah, I want to be a part of that. I want to support teachers. And so I love that you brought that up. And if you haven't out there seen these Get Googlies, they're so funny. And they're great. Okay, well, thank you for sharing your favorite moments. We're going to go ahead and see how googly our team is. So I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing, and we're going to switch presentations so that I can go to that trivia question one, so that nobody saw them beforehand. So you have my thing that nobody has seen it. So give us a second to just transition here, or really give me a second to transition slideshows.
I'm having flashbacks right now to Ian, your May the 4th be with us last year, where I forgot to set my timer. And now I'm like, I got to be hyper vigilant about instructions today.
I remember that.
Oh, man. Yeah, that was
May is not my month, apparently.
we're just all Googling and Googling.
You are ready
We're all
for summer.
juggling so many
Yeah,
of
bro.
things. Okay, let's see. I think we got it. And there we go. Okay, this is our How Googly Are You trivia. So the first thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna make sure our GEGUtah team and anyone else out there, if you're out there, you could be first, gets to our buzzer. So if you go to bit.ly/GEG, it's capitalized, it is case sensitive, buzzer 23, it should take you into our buzzer. Is my hope. Yes? Give me a thumbs up if you have the buzzer. We good? Okay, sweet. We are on the buzzer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to project a question. I'm going to read through it. You are welcome to click in as soon as I finish reading, which means if I see your name pop up on the spreadsheet on the back of Google Forms before I finish talking, you won't count. Okay, so you have to let me finish reading the question. There are 10 questions, and then I'm going to make an annotation on the side. When I see the first buzzer that came in, I'm going to call on you. You're going to say the answer, and if you're right, then you'll get it, and if you'll get the point. If not, then I will default to the next person. Matt, is there any instructions I missed here to make this fair?
You're great. I'm still going to lose. I'm going to lose terribly.
All right.
I don't think so.
This is Googly trivia. You're welcome to Google the answer if you'd like to. So if you're like, I have no clue, use your Google skills, look it up. Some of them are about programs. I threw in there one about sheets just for Ian. So just know. Okay, here is our first question. Here we go. In what year was Google created? 1981, 1998, 2000, or 1986? Ready to go. Ooh. Okay. All right. So let's clarify some instructions from this. First, you need to put your name, not the answer, or I don't know who you are. So, that being said,
I did it right.
You did it right.
Matt did it right, and he was the first person in. So, Matt, what is our answer here?
I believe the correct answer is 1998.
Which is right. So there you go. You got it. Yep, 1998. Google was created. Okay, name in the buzzer, not the answer, because two of you put the answer, but Matt was still first, so it's okay. Okay. Here we go. Next one. Oh, I got to read the question. How many searches are performed on Google each day? How many searches? Okay. Ian, you're up. I just want to know that Ian put Ian, aka the winner, as his name. So he's ready to go.
That's a lot of confidence for me guessing. So I'm gonna guess because I don't know the answer. I'm gonna say D.
You're right. You are
Yes.
the winner. Yes,
Me.
that is D. Also, I should clarify. I think I'm just going to read the question and let you look at the answer choice because that's a lot of answers for me to read. So I will finish reading the question. Fun thing about this too, if you've never seen a Google a day, it has like trivia questions that change every day. And so you can practice your Google search skills. It's a fun way to do that. Okay, next question. What was the original name of Google? I want to take a guess. All right. We'll go with our first person in. There we go. Matt.
It was C, back rub.
Back rub. Okay, why do you know that?
I read the biography of one of the people who like started Google, and it stuck with me.
Okay. When I was so funny because when I was looking up trivia, I came across this and I was like, what? It was such a weird thing. Anyways, I don't even know why they named it back rub. Maybe I should have dug a little bit deeper, but I was like, I'm putting that up there because I don't know that anyone will know that. But Matt did. So yeah, great. Okay, we're 3 questions in. Here's our next one. What is not a Google Suite product? Guys, you better get this right. All right, Ian, aka the winner.
D.
Great. Wonderful. Yay. This one I threw up there because I wanted to just say, like, we've previewed all of these throughout our time. When I was putting together that look back, I was like, oh, we've done something on this and something on this and something on this. So make sure you're checking those out as you go through. Okay. Right now it's neck and neck between Ian and Matt. So here we go. What is the storage capacity of a free Google Drive? All right, Deanna, you're up.
Oh, I just barely submitted mine. I think it's. Oh, I want to say A, but I know that's not right. I think it's C.
It is C. Way to go with your intuition. Yes. Check with your institutions though, because like my LEA offers more because I'm in education. But if you had your own, it'd be free. Okay. Next one. Here we go. In what year did Google go public? So they offered public stock options. Hey, Matt, you're up again.
I believe the answer is 2004.
Yeah.
That is correct. Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. We are, Ian, you got to pull ahead here.
I know. I'm falling behind.
Here you go. So, what feature allows you to narrow down data in Google Sheets? Ian.
Yes.
That's for you.
I was hoping I would get this one.
Okay. What is it?
I would say filters, although I could argue that maybe sorting would do the same thing.
So
I'm gonna go with filters.
I
Final
put
answer.
down filters. Final
Okay,
answer.
good.
Whew. Ooh, good check. Yes, this is, I threw this one in just for you. I was like, I have to have one on Sheets for Ian.
It would have
Okay.
been awful if Ian would have been like, well, actually, none of them are right. Here's the correct.
I mean, like the fact that he was just like, well, it could be sorting, or it could be. I was like, oh man, he's gonna. It's fine. It's fine. So Matt, right now we have a tie between Matt and Ian.
Okay, everybody give me a chance. I keep putting my name in there. And I'm like, how am I the last one? Every time. I don't even know what the question says, and I'm putting my name in there.
Get your name ready now. Type it in now so that you're ready to hit
It's
submit.
ready. It's ready.
So that you don't feel as like when you like, for example, on the 2 questions ago, Matt came in at 22:38 and you came in at 22:39. So like milliseconds later. So I promise it's not like it's not
The difference between a gold and a silver medal.
It's all about those quick fingers. That's all it is.
How fast can you click? Okay, next one. Here we go. True or false? GEG daily researches shares have been happening for more than a year now. All right. That is Matt.
That is true.
Okay. You know when you started.
If anyone should know,
February
Matt.
10th, 2022. Whoa, what was last year? 22, yeah. Yeah.
Math there, Math. Yes. So that was, I just put down February 22. So I'm glad that you remembered February 10th. But I just wanted to highlight these. I love these. If you somehow do not get these, or they go to, I found someone the other day I was talking to, and they found out that their school is filtering them because they got them so much. And I was like, you're missing out. So
Matt's a scammer.
Yeah.
I mean, they come in every day. Like, I just feel like I could count on, like, if my email wasn't working, like, if I haven't gotten one from GEGUtah, I'd be like, something's wrong. Like, my email. So
I had this thought last week that I think people would be like, there's a search party if I didn't do them for a couple of weekdays.
yes.
What happened to Matt? Is he lost?
We would send them out for wellness checks.
That's right.
Oh, man. Okay. 2 more questions to go. Just verifying. So Matt's one ahead, Ian. And we have Deanna. Okay. In which tab would you find information by category for Google Arts and Culture? Throwing one at you that you may not know. Okay. All right, Deanna, you're up.
I think it's B, play.
It is not B.
Darn, I missed it.
But I appreciate your willingness. It's all right. You took a chance. You're willing to test it out, which is good.
Yep.
Our second person in, Matt.
The correct answer is explore.
It is the Explorer.
Nobody loves Google Arts and Culture like Matt. Nobody.
Yep.
I just feel like if you haven't seen these there, I could spend hours in there. Like when on the rare occasion that I'm like, I have nothing to do, I just go look through there. Sometimes I'll just send my students, I'm like, go look at this one and tell me what you think of it. Like there's just so many things in there that untold.
Oh, the music one is hilarious.
Yes.
That one is
Blob
If you
opera.
haven't played with the
Blob
AI
opera.
experiments either, there's
Blob
so much
opera.
Blob opera. Yeah.
The music maker one, I had my students, oh, it was so cool the other day. I had them, so I'm teaching a coding class, and they had to design their own video game. And so I used Chrome Music Lab to let them export their sound, like the word I'm thinking of, title sequence, but it's not. It's like the music in the background of the video game. So they were like making music with Chrome as their like sound for their background for then their game to then play and scratch. And it was so fun. So some of my kids had a really good time with it. So, because you can download it and save it. And so then I just had them like send me the link so I could go back and look at it, and then they could download it and upload it. And so then they had like a custom game with their own music. Anyways, lots of fun things you can do with that. Okay. Last question. Here we go. How do you drop a pin on Google Apps mobile app? Waiting for them. Okay. Ian.
I think it's B, press and hold.
It is B. It is B. Yes, you press and hold. I feel like I don't think we've ever talked about Google Maps. I know I've done Google Earth before, but I put this in here because I wasn't sure. So anyways, kind of fun. Just wanted to highlight a couple of things, and I'm going to take a second. First off, thank you. Kelly, you're so close on so many of them. I just want
Second place. Thanks.
in my classroom, like I always take time, I don't know, as an educator, I always take time to highlight like the people who won, but also the people who like are putting in effort and are trying and are being there, just because I feel like
Consolation prize.
our students lose. But it's because I love you, Kelly. You're the best.
Thanks. It's okay. I didn't know the answer to like 2 or 3. So
To be fair, I didn't know the answers to many of these, and that's why I put them in here. It's because they're fun.
yeah, we learned something new. So thank you.
Okay,
Yeah.
first place. We have Drum roll. A little drum roll on my desk. Matt, first place by 1 point of Ian, aka the winner. So Ian was in second, Deanna was in third. Thank you for playing. I just thought it would be fun to look and highlight some of these things and
That was
more
fun.
about Google. So we're gonna do a slideshow switch again. Here we go.
And I just want to say that was fun to do it that way.
Yeah,
Look
that
at
was
it.
awesome. I've never seen it done that way. That was really cool, Emma.
I
With a
loved it.
buzzer? Oh.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's a great idea for other teachers to use in their classroom for review questions. That's just really simple. From K-12. Yes.
I love it because then you only have to have one thing up. It's not like you're having students, you don't have to make like a big thing with clicking A, B, C, or D at certain times. Put your cursor on, I just highlighted where the last vote was in the spreadsheet, and then it gives you a timestamp for the rest of them. So they just click submit on the response, easy to use. I'm presuming that younger elementary grades could probably use it.
Totally.
So it's just an easy thing to do, especially at the end of the year when you're like, I don't know what to, I don't know what to do. What do I plug in? This is a really easy thing with questions that you can pull from anywhere. So really fun. Anyways, congratulations, Matt, and all of us for learning something new. If you haven't seen these are the Google Doodle GIFs. I say GIFs. Some say GIF. I say GIF. But they're really fun to put in slideshows because I just look them up on Google and plug them in because they're fun to highlight. So congratulations. This is one of my favorite ones with the planets. Anyways, really fun. So we're going to go ahead and look at some of our summer events as we jump in, sort of wrap up here. In June, like I mentioned in my favorite thing, we're going to ISTE. So we will be there in Pennsylvania. It'll be super fun. I'm really excited. I also will be presenting at some of the CTE conferences this summer, talking about movement and engagement strategies. A lot of those will incorporate Google tools, including this buzzer that I have here. Matt, where are you at this summer? It looks like you have some things coming up in June and July.
Yeah. So first of all, like local conferences, I'll be at the CTE conference as well. And then I'm attending the Utah State Board of Education Meaningful Inclusion of Students with Disabilities Conference. I think it's happening in 4 different locations across the state. It's going to be awesome. And I'm always for when we can make things more accessible for our students. So if you have the time, it's free. And it's going to be really good PD. I'm really excited. And then I'm hitting a ton of like local conferences and those sorts of things for different districts and schools. I'll also be at ISTE with Emma and Kelly. I'll be presenting with them, but then also I have several other presentations as well that I'm putting together. So you can see those on the conference guide. I just want to shout out as well, GEGUtah will be at URSA in Price. So you can come join us there. We'll be presenting every session, Google-y stuff, so feel free to drop by. There's also the Four Corners Computer Science Conference that's happening for teachers who work with students in the Navajo Nation. So if you're interested in that, check that out. And then Abby Cox's Show Up for Utah conference is going to be great in July as well.
Yeah, if you haven't signed up for that, I know that my district opened up more spaces, and I know they did for some places. So if you haven't checked that out, because they have them sign up by LEA. Also, I have on here that our daily resources start again in August, but you said September earlier. So are we starting in August, or are we
probably August? I misspoke earlier. So yeah, it'll probably be the last week in August around then. So
perfect. So those are some of our summer events. Anyone else have summer events that we missed? Things coming up? I know Kelly will be at ISTE with us, which I'm super excited.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I didn't write my name next to it, but yes, going to ISTE. I'm going to go to the Disabilities Conference also. Matt and I are presenting at URSA together, and I'm going to the Show Up for Utah conference as well. So looking forward to it.
So many of us will be out and about this summer. So if you see us, come say hi. We'd love to see you. Love to talk to you. Be great. Otherwise, thank you. Have a wonderful summer. Like Matt said at the very beginning, this is our last meetup of the year. Hopefully we'll see you again next year. Tell your friends, tell your colleagues, have them join us. We have some great things coming up and planned for next year that I'm excited about. So thank you so much. And we will see you in the fall. So
bye, everyone. Take care.
Bye. Have a great summer.
Have a great summer.